Okay, cool. So here we are starting again, doing our Wednesday. So what we have added now, I've added the journal and some playing with drawings and words. So we're going to start as always with learning from others, and the title is Developing True Courage. So what I do is I just set it, I printed, I write the date, February 21st, and then the title, Developing True Courage. And then I think Val will eventually put that into the chat box if you forget. Okay, developing true courage. As long as we're caught up in always looking for certainty and happiness, rather than honoring the taste and smell and quality of exactly what is happening, as long as we're always running away from discomfort, we're going to be caught in a cycle of unhappiness and disappointment, and we will feel weaker and weaker. Instead of asking ourselves, how can I find security and happiness? We could ask ourselves, can I touch the center of my pain? Can I sit with suffering, both yours and mine, without trying to make it go away? Can I stay present to the ache of loss or disgrace, disappointment in all its many forms, and let it open me? This is the trick. Okay, so what did I hear from Pema Chodron this morning? So I'm hearing that the pattern we often have is to close for pain. So as soon as something painful comes, we kind of close it, we get away with it, and then we move towards certainty and happiness. And that pattern to always stay away from the pain and moving towards certainty and happiness actually moves us into pain. So instead, what she's suggesting us to do is to stay open for whatever is coming. So the two opposites we could play with today is staying open or closing. Remember, we don't have to agree with Pema. She might not be right, but we can play with the concept and then see what works for us. So that's important. You are in charge of you and I'm in charge of me, and we make the choices that are right for us in our moment right now. Okay, so but let's play with the idea that we can choose to stay open or closed. And what I'm hearing from her is that eventually, if we can stay open to whatever comes, that's a better way of living. She might be right or she might be wrong. Okay, so finding your seat, sitting up tall. Look at your feet, lifting the heels, lifting the toes, bringing the mind to the present moment. Notice the connection between the soles of your feet and the floor. And then come to stillness. Bring your awareness to your two sitting bones. And maybe imagine that one sitting bone is when we close, and the other sitting bone is when we manage to stay open to painful, disgraceful moments. So one is closed, one is open. One is closed, one is open. And then come back to neutral. Maybe place your hand on your belly. My teacher calls it the pit of the belly. So imagine a place that goes in and up, the pit of the belly, and that allows the growth upwards or supports that growth. Shoulders, shoulders are wide, neck is long, slight tuck of the chin. Maybe place a few fingers on top of the crown of your head. And notice that if you're reaching up, that is not possible unless you're grounded. You're pushing into the earth to reach up towards the sky. So moving in two opposite directions. You can keep your eyes open or closed. And then maybe bring your awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And then place your hands on your knees and starting the cat-cow movement. Notice what kind of breathing you're using. When do you inhale and when do you exhale? And then decide if the breathing that you're using is helpful or not helpful. If you find it helpful, you continue doing whatever you're doing. If it's not helpful, you can try something else. And then find your way back to neutral. And then look at your hands. And maybe imagine that you and everyone else are blinking, bubbling stars. Blinking, bubbling stars. All the way up. Clasp the hands. Clasp the hands the way that feels funny. And then turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Maybe breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then reach and reach and reach. Maybe play with the idea that we can choose to stay open or close. Open, close, open, close. And then reach, turn, let the arms go wide, look behind you. And then release, lift the shoulders, lift and release, lift and release. And then look at your hands, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up, clasp them the way that feels funny. And then turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe into the nose, out to the mouth. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. Staying open or closed, open or closed. And then reach, turn, let the arms go wide. And then release, lift and release, lift and release, lift and release. Okay, arms in cactus. And then gently start Valerie, I think you're unmuted. Start to twist from side to side. And then remember all the good patterns you have, all the times that you managed to stay open, even though it might have been painful or disgraceful. And then continue doing what works. So strengthen those patterns in you. And then maybe think about the times where you couldn't stay open. And those are the areas that are we're working on. So those are the patterns we need to break or replace with more helpful patterns. Okay, let the knee and the elbow connect. So what happens when an open or in a closed heart connects? Maybe that's the challenge. So when the closed part in you connects with the open part in you, what happens? And then cross the midline. Okay. And now let's stay connected. Let's stay connected. So there's one part of you that's open and another part of you that's closed. Stay connected. And you want to give up. There's a part of you who just want to give up. I can't do this anymore. It's too painful. Just stay a little longer, a little longer. And then release. And then connect the part of you that's open and the part of you that's closed. Stay connected. Breathe. Feel the pain, discomfort. Notice when you want to give up. Stay a little longer. And then release. Okay, with a wide and stable stance, we can explore more without falling. So create a wide and stable stance. One part of you is closed and another is open. So just exploring the closed parts of you and the open parts of you. So when are you choosing to close and when are you choosing to open? Just gathering information about yourself. And of course, there are other areas. It's not as simple as open and close. So maybe explore what is in between open and close. So what's on the diagonal? So open and close is very black and white. So what's the gray area? What is in the gray area? And then finding your way back to neutral. Okay, now imagine a situation when you are choosing to stay closed or close your heart. Pick a color, dip your fingers and paint that image. What is the situation or how does it feel when you're choosing to stay closed? Paint that image. What are the colors? What do you see? And then release. And then think about when you are choosing to stay open. When you're choosing to stay open, what are the colors and what's the situation there? And draw that image. And then release that image. Okay, now let's jump the feet together. Jump the feet together and land in Tadasana. Now we're gonna write the story. Write the story. Open up your toes, dip the toes in ink, and then write the story about when your heart or when you're deciding to stay closed or close. What's the story? What are the words that come up? And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine. Breathe. And then release down. Let the head be heavy. Inhale, come back up. And then place that foot on your knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Open up the toes gently. Guide that knee out wide. We store a lot of stories or unconscious memories in our hips. And the hip openers are helping to release some of those memories. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then imagine an eagle. So move towards eagle. Imagine an eagle that is closed. An eagle that has chosen to close. How does it feel? What happened? What does it look like? And then let that eagle fly away, fly away, fly away. And then look at your left toes. Dip them in ink and write the story on a situation where you decided to stay open. What are the words? What happened? What's the story behind a situation when you decided to stay open? And then step up wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine, breathe. And then place the left hand on the floor, the right hand on your knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push into both hands and come a little deeper into the twist. And then release down. Inhale, come back up. And now place the right hand on the floor, the left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push a little harder into your hands, coming in a little deeper into the twist. And then release down. Inhale, come back up. And then place that left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Gently guide out that knee. Lengthen the spine. And then release, slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then find your way to eagle. And this time, imagine an eagle that has chosen to stay open. An eagle that has chosen to stay open. How does that eagle feel? What happened? What's going on? And what does it look like? And then release that image, or let that bird fly away. Let that bird fly away, fly away. Okay, jump the feet wide into a wide and stable stance again. Linking bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand that feels the way that feels funny. Straighten the elbows. Breathe. Now imagine that your arms are your wings and your fingers are feathers. Now lengthen those wings. Let the feathers spread out wide, and out you go, flying into the world. That brave, courageous, open eagle is out flying in the world. What do you see? Where do you go? What happens? And then inhale, turn the palms up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, come up. Exhale, dive deep. One more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, dive deep. And then bring the arms behind you. Hold on to your opposite forearms. And then rest. Notice all the bruises, the places that needs care and healing. And then use your own breath. Use your own breath. Find the spot, rinse it, clean it, heal it. Allow your wings to heal. And then release one arm, shake it out, bring it up and bend. Release the other one, shake it out, bring it up and bend. Notice the connection between the palms of your hands and the back of your heart. And then allow your heart to heal. Allow your heart to heal. And then release. Okay, now it's time to build some strength in the legs. We need some strength to take skillful action here on earth. Bring the feet a little closer, or the heels a little closer. Big inhale. Exhale. Come up to stand. Okay, I'll pick 10 just because it's easy. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Okay, big inhale. Exhale. Pick the same or a different number. 1, 9. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then shake it out. Big inhale. Exhale. And this time we're going to stay standing. Okay, starting with a breath of joy. So 3 inhales, 1 exhale, starting here. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale. And then let the arms go. Let the arms go. And maybe bend the knees. And then knee and knee connect to elbow. One part of you is closed and another part is open. What happens when they meet? What happens when they meet? Maybe they have a conversation and one part says, no, we need to stay closed. And the other one say, no, we need to stay open. And then finding the position of power. Position of power. Solar plexus is your power center. Maybe place the hands on solar plexus. Inhale. Exhale out through arms, legs, head, and tailbone. Inhale into solar plexus. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out, and then stay open. Stay open. Hands on your hips, and then engaging the external hips, building external support. So we in this group, we give each other external support by practicing together every Wednesday morning. And then lean and lift, lean and lift. Ooh. And you're going to feel, the muscles are working. It's going to be discomfortable. Stay a little longer. And then try the other side. Feel how the muscles are working, how that external support is building. And then eventually we take skillful action, taking skillful action. Okay, now let's push something away. So let's push the closed part of me. I'm going to push that away to allow the open part of me to take more space. So imagine how you feel when you decide to stay closed, and then push that away, push it away, push it away, push it away. And that is going to try to sneak back in. It's going to be hard to resist. So, and then push it away, maybe kick it. We don't need that part of us anymore. We learned our lesson, and then we have created space for the open part of ourselves to take more space. Okay, and let's celebrate that with 3 sun salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline, and then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. And then release. Okay, so we're going to step back to warrior 1. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale to chair posture. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, the right heel comes off. Take a big step back. Now, with a wide and stable stance, we can create warrior 1. Add some blinking, bubbling stars. Place your hands in your back pockets. Allowing the heart to lead, moving into warrior 3. Maybe pick up the opposite hand, and then maybe the other hand or both hands. And then finding your way back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, left heel comes off. Take a big step back. With a wide and stable stance, we create warrior 1. Add some blinking, bubbling stars. Place your hands in your back pockets. If you want to bring your awareness to your heart space, and notice, is it open or is it closed? Transfer the weight. Finding warrior 3. Maybe take one hand off, maybe both. Stay a little longer than you want to. And then find your way back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight. Right heel comes off. Take a big step back. This time we open up the pelvic half for warrior two. Warrior two. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Notice how the left part of your side might be opening up. Will you allow it? Can you allow it to open up? Yes, you can. How can you let that side of you open up? And then come back to warrior two for a moment, move into the future. So with all the wisdom you have, how can you plan for a better future? Come back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down and then to the chair. Bring the gaze up towards the sky. Hand comes up. Trikonasana. Hand comes down, gaze comes down, rebend that front knee. And then place the hands on the chair. And then pick up that back foot. And then maybe bring the same hand up to the top of the chair. It could be one step. From here, you could start looking at the toe. Gaze comes down, hand comes down, feet together, bend the knees and back up to standing. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, left heel comes off. Take a big step back. Open up the pelvic half. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Notice the part of the body that's a little tight, so probably the right side of your body. Breathe into it. How can you allow that part of your body to open up? Move back to warrior two for a moment. And then moving forward into extended side angle. What do you want the future to look like? Come back to warrior two. Hands on your hips. Straighten the front knee. Release the hand down towards the chair. That right hip moves back. Maybe bring the gaze up toward the ceiling. Maybe let the top arm follow. Hand comes down, gaze comes down. Find your way back to warrior two one more time. Hands on the chair. Pick up that back leg And then maybe take the same hand and place it on top of the chair. And maybe start looking. Can you see the toes here? Gaze comes back, hand comes back, feet together, bend the knees, and come back up to standing. Okay, tree posture. Starting in Tadasana, stable, strong mountain posture. Drop the seed. Notice how the roots are growing wide and deep. Transfer the weight. The right heel comes off. When the time is right, allow that seed to sprout. And what kind of flower or tree or shrub are you creating? And then find your way back to the mountain top. Drop another seed. Watch the roots grow. Transfer the weight. Get ready. Wait. And when the sunshine and the water and everything is there, allow that plant to sprout and turn into the traditional tree posture, a dancer, a pigeon, or some posture that no one has never seen before. And then eventually finding your way back to mountain. Okay. Now, feet are wider than your hips, so almost as wide as the mat. Spread your toes. And then release the knees close to each other. So knees come close to each other. From here, you can release the hips back. So open up the toes. This is, a version of Virasana without the block. Come back up. Look at your thumb. Pick the color that represents staying close to you. And then draw a big circle. Give that heel a little dot. And then look at your left thumb and pick the color that represents staying open to you. Draw a big circle and give that heel a little dot. And then mix the two colors. So if you mix the two colors, maybe we're getting the color of peace. And then draw two big circles. Place your hands in your back pockets and then stay there. Stay there. Bring awareness to your heart space. Notice whether your heart space is closed or open. Be curious. And then release. Okay, let's untuck the toes, but keep the knees together. So, and then start releasing the hips back a little bit for Virasana. Come back up. And now big toes to touch and knees apart. And then release the hips back for child's posture. Inhale, come back up. Clasp the hands the way that feels funny. Create that supported stance. Tuck the toes, engage the core, lean into the support. Make sure that it is stable enough. And then lift the knees off the floor, moving into dolphin posture. And then bend the knees and come back up to standing. Okay. Now, next part of the practice is the seated meditation. So I'm going to read the text from Emma again, and then we're going to be meditating. Okay, here we go. Developing true courage. As long as we're caught up in always looking for certainty and happiness, rather than honoring the taste and smell and quality of exactly what is happening, as long as we're always running away from discomfort, we're going to be caught in a cycle of unhappiness and disappointment, and we will feel weaker and weaker. Instead of asking ourselves, how can I find security and happiness? We could ask ourselves, can I touch the center of my pain? Can I sit with suffering, both yours and mine, without trying to make it go away? Can I stay present to the ache of loss or disgrace, disappointment in all its many forms, and let it open me? This is the trick. Okay, sit up tall, find your seat. And then we have about 8-9 minutes. Notice your breathing, and then I'm gonna be quiet. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Bring your hands up in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. Maybe bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank your inner guides, and your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste.
Namaste. So now we have our journal exercise. Look forward to it, Helena.
Yeah, so if you want to, this is how I do it. I write the date, February 21st. The title was Developing True Courage. The two
Which
opposites.
is in the chat.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Val. And then the opposites we talked about were staying open and staying closed. That's it.
Well, everybody must be journaling because everybody got really quiet.
Yes. All right.
Thanks so much, Helena.
Thank you.
I was on mute, so I got it unmute. I think somebody got unmuted. Now I'm fine.
Yes, I gave everybody the ability to unmute.
Oh, thank you so much, Valerie.
You're welcome.
Thanks, everybody.
I'll see you next week.